Hello everybody, my name is Steve the Wicked, and welcome to the first ever Wicked Let's Play. This is something I've been wanting to do for a little while now, but I never actually got around to it for various reasons, mainly time. But a couple things happened that really inspired me to finally sit down and do this, especially with this particular game. The first thing that happened was Game Grumps attempted to do their own playthrough of Friday the 13th for the NES, which is what we're playing today. Didn't go so well, as you can imagine, but to be completely fair, this is a hard game. Even for someone who's played it and who knows the mechanics, it can still be a bitch to play. So I'm doing this to kind of maybe hopefully show them, if for some reason they ever watch this. I don't think they will, but if by chance the Game Grumps are watching this, hopefully this will show you how you can better play the game, and I'd actually like to see you guys go back and give it another try, maybe even beat it. The other big reason I decided to do a Let's Play, especially of this game, and this is the thing I'm really excited about, they are doing there's currently a Kickstarter campaign for a brand new Friday the 13th game for current generation consoles. Imagine a brand new Friday the 13th game where you can play as Jason and kill off other players who are playing as counselors for the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and the PC. As I record this, they're currently sitting at about 590,000, I think. I'd have to double check, but they're right below 600,000. They need 700,000 in order to get the game funded. So I'm doing this, apart from, you know, having fun and entertainment, I'm doing this to help kind of get the word out and get that promoted, because I would really love to see a new Friday the 13th game. Even as a kid, I enjoyed this game, despite how hard it was, and I would love to see Jason make a comeback on the new consoles and just, oh god, I can't even think about it. It's just, it would be so much fun. So the thing about this game, as I mentioned, it's hard. It is one of the hardest games that was ever released for the Nintendo Entertainment System, and there's a couple reasons for this, but one of them, if you'll notice here, we've got 6 different counselors. You know, we got Chrissy, we got Debbie, and so on. And what the game doesn't tell you, unless you read the manual, and no one ever did, is that the counselors all have different statistics. They all have different stats. For instance, George is like the worst counselor. He runs the slowest, he jumps the lowest, whereas Mark is the best counselor. He runs the fastest, he jumps the highest, and he rows a canoe in the lake the fastest. So what we're going to do to play this game and to hopefully beat it is we're going to use a strategy wherein we keep Mark, our best counselor in the game, near the lake at all times. He's going to stay there, he's not going to move. Well, actually, in this playthrough, no, he's not going to move. He's going to stay there at the lake. That way, if Jason goes to go attack the kids, he can intercept and keep them at bay. Because I am actually trying to do a perfect playthrough of this game wherein you don't lose a counselor and you don't lose any kids. So Mark's going to stay at the lake and he's going to ward off Jason, and then our second best counselor, Chrissy, is going to be running around and getting items and medicine and weapons and stuff like that. She's essentially going to be like our final girl, you know, to use slasher film parlance. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started on Friday the 13th for the NES. Although I will mention, I'm not playing this on an actual Nintendo. I'm playing this on my computer on an emulator, and I do have one of the buttons mapped to Turbo. You can call me a cheater if you want, I don't care. It's Friday the 13th, I need every single advantage I can get. Especially since I have tried to record this 5 previous times and failed to either get the perfect game or something went wrong with my recording equipment. So, like I said, I'm taking every advantage I can get. So, let's see, Mark's already in place, so let's just go ahead and get started, shall we? Use the torch to light the fireplaces. Of course, when they say torch, they really mean flashlight. Alright, so our first goal... Wow, that didn't take long. Our first goal is to save whoever's being attacked, and that is currently George. Alright, so this is something that I saw the Game Grumps having trouble with, was every time one of their counselors or the kids got attacked, they would use whoever they had been playing as currently, and they would actually try to run all the way over. If either of the Grumps are watching this, you don't have to do that. All you have to do is go into any one of the smaller cabins, like I just did, and bring up the map screen, and then you can switch over to that counselor, which we're going to do. So, okay, see, Jason's in here, and here we go. That didn't take long. Another thing about this game that was really frustrating is that you basically have to juggle 3 different control schemes. You've got the side-scrolling control scheme for when you're out on the trails, and then you've got this... I'm not sure what the word is. It's a control scheme when you're in the cabin where you know, you see the foreground and everything, and in order to, you have to like navigate by turning 90 degrees. It's really weird. And then you have the third control scheme, which is the fight inside the cabin, which you just saw. Oh, I bet he's gonna come after me when I step outside, isn't he? Because he's so close. That's fine. But yeah, you've got 3 different control schemes, and it can be really confusing, especially since the third control scheme is a lot like Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. So what I just did, what I'm trying to do with Chrissy, the first main goal here is I'm trying to get, I'm trying to light up all of the big cabins like this one here. And you do that by getting the lighter, which I just picked up, and you only get that after you kill 3 zombies. So now that I've got the lighter and I picked up a couple things of medicine, now I'm gonna go around to all of the big cabins, and I'm gonna light up all the fireplaces. Now there's 2 reasons for doing this. The main reason, the reason you're supposed to do it, is that when you light up all the fireplaces, you get an item called the flashlight. And the purpose of the flashlight is it allows you to see in the cave. There's a cave you can go to, and it allows you to see inside and actually kind of navigate it. But I don't really need it, because I already know the path inside the cave by heart, how to get to the secret boss that's in there. So I don't actually need the flashlight. The real reason I'm doing this is so that I can get the second best weapon in the game, which is the torch. And you can only get that if you activate certain notes along the way, which only appear in the big cabins. And if you're wondering as to why I'm just running around jumping, that's the only way to actually get any items. We're gonna go back to this other cabin real quick. I don't want to risk running into Jason on the trails this early in the game. So we're gonna go in here. Hey George, who's getting attacked? That would be Paul. Okay, so Jason's going after our token black counselor. But yeah, when you're fighting Jason in a cabin, the control scheme changes to something similar to Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. So you have to dodge by holding down and hitting one of the left or right, either left or right, while holding down. Okay. And also, when you first start off, and Jason's still got plenty of health to work with, and you fight him in the cabin, you don't actually have to kill him all the way, obviously. All you have to do is hit him about 7 times, and then he'll run away. That is, unless his health falls below a certain point, then you're stuck having to fight him all the way through, but we're not worried about that right now. So here we go into another cabin, looking around. Not seeing any notes so far, but then again, that's part of the course. Oh, hey, there's a note. Go into one of the cabins by the lake. See, you have to get the notes that say something about, like, there's a weapon in a cabin by the lake, or go to the cabin in the lake. You have to actually get those in order to actually unlock the torch in the cabin. Now, there is another way that people have done where you basically go into the woods and you follow a certain path. But I'm not doing that one, because the woods, to me, in this game, are instant death. So we're not going to do that. Like I said, I am trying to get a perfect game here, which is easier said than done. Alright, so we're going to go to the cave area here, and we're going to light up the fireplaces. Crap. Alright, so instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to run over to this smaller cabin. And yes, I know that I could just run to that one right there, but I'm trying, like I said, I'm trying to avoid running into Jason out on the trail. Who's he after? Debbie. Oh, Debbie. Here we go. Oh, he's got an axe this time. But yeah, generally I try to avoid Jason on the trails because he is a pain in the butt. He's easier to fight in the cabin than he is on the trails. That's the main reason. But now that he's attacked Debbie in this cabin, chances are I am going to run into him as I jump back to Chrissy. So my only hope is I can get to where I need to go, and it's now dusk. And that's another thing about this game, is it has this daytime mechanic, because it takes place over a course of 3 days. I wasn't out there. And the whole point is you have to survive Jason for 3 days. I will not go into the cave, not yet. And it marks the passage of time by going from daytime to dusk to nighttime. And every time it transitions, more enemies will appear on the screen. So you'll go from having just 1 zombie on the trail at a time to 2 to 3. Which is, why are there zombies in this game? You really shouldn't have to worry about any other enemy but Jason. That's the only enemy you should have to worry about. Like, isn't that scary enough? That's just me. So, got one more cabin on this circle of trail here. This one, I already have a key, so I didn't need that. Looking for notes. Any notes? Notes. No notes. Okay, so no notes so far. I can speak. Alright, gonna light the fireplace. And alright, no notes in here. Alright, so that takes care of the cabins by the cave. There should be, I think, only one more cabin. Yeah, there's one more cabin here on the outer trail, and then we gotta go do the two by the lake. I always save them for last. But before I do that, I'm gonna sidestep to the cave real quick so I can show you what I'm talking about with the flashlight and all that fun stuff. Alright, so we're in the cave, and you see here, you got that black background, you can't see where anything is, and the whole point of... Oh, he's gone after the kids. But the whole point of doing that is that you're supposed to get the flashlight so that you can see the background and it'll light up any doors that are there. But you don't actually need to do that, because you can find them pretty easy if you just watch the floor and you look for the crooked rocks as they appear. And I hate that. I hate being on the lake because I always get hit. Thank you. You're welcome, kids, but don't be thanking me just yet, because now we gotta deal with this guy. That's right, you run. Alright, Mark, get back to your cabin. And stay there. Mark has a tendency to teleport to a completely different cabin sometimes, and it's really annoying. Ah, you son of a bitch. Alright. Switch back to Chrissy. And we continue on with our quest. What quest is that, Steve? To survive. Alright. I'll take that, thank you. Alright. Yeah, I hope you like this music, because that's all you're gonna hear. That was definitely another annoying thing about this game, was just the music. But to be completely honest, I first played this when I was like 4, and back then this game was genuinely scary to me. I don't know what that says about me, but I still enjoy it, and I still enjoy it now, even as hard as it is. But that's, I'm a hardcore Friday the 13th fan, so what can I say? Alright, one more, and then we will have the torch. But before we do that... Now, I should mention that the idea here is we're gonna take the torch and we're gonna give it to Mark. He's going after Debbie. And Mark will have the torch, that way whenever Jason goes to attack the kids, he can do a good amount of damage. Here we go. These are some oddly lackluster furnishings for a camp, I mean, just idle noticing here, but there's no furniture, there's no bunk beds or nothing. Ah, that's just me. Alright, last cabin. Torch is usually gonna show up in this space to the right. Facing the door. Go to the woods. No thank you. And there we go, there's the torch. Alright. So while I'm in here, I'll go ahead and light that last fireplace. We'll get the flashlight, which I don't really need, but we'll do it anyway. What the hell? No more notes. Boop. Alright. So now we've got the flashlight. So the next time we go into the cave, the back wall will be lit up and you'll be able to see the doors. But again, I don't really need it because I know exactly where to go. So now we're going to take this to Mark, and we're not jumping anymore because I don't want to lose the torch. Mark, take this. And I'm going to step out, and I'm going to quickly run over to this cabin here. Now I can jump again, so I can hopefully get another knife. I said knife, not a key. Whatever. Alright, he's attacking Paul. Stop that. He's going after the black guy again. He really wants to follow the rules and have the black dude die first. Yeah, come on. What you gonna do? Come on. That's what I thought. Yeah, you run. Alright. So now what I'm gonna do is I have got to arm the crew as it is. So what I'm gonna do is with Chrissy, I'm gonna try to get a machete, and the way to do that is you gotta kill like 60 zombies, I think. So I'm just gonna sit here for a little bit and kill. Kill, kill, kill. I may fast forward through this depending on how long it takes. So I'll see you in a little bit, kiddies. Okay, so Jason is currently attacking the kids. We can't let that happen, and of course Mark freaking doesn't go where he's supposed to go. I tell him every time, stay by the lake, but he never listens. You're a jackass, Mark. Just thought you should know that. Are those zombies on springs, I wonder? Alright, so watch this fight, and you'll see how fast I can drain Jason's health now with the torch. It literally takes one tick of health every time. See how much it drains so much faster? Yeah. Now we're on slightly better footing here. That's right, you run. Okay. Back. And Mark, I'm gonna put you back in that cabin, and you need to stay there. No more of this being a douche and running away. I'm not gonna pick that up, because the thing about the items is... Oh shit, here it comes. Ah, just run. That's right. Yeah, that's another thing. If you're ever on the trail and it stops scrolling and enemies start running away from you, that means Jason is about to attack you. I don't know who John is. I don't know why I was about to say John. So we're gonna switch back to Chrissy and resume. That didn't take long. I was gonna say we're gonna resume getting weapons for Chrissy, but Jason decided to attack Paul. Alright, now real quick, you noticed when we fought Jason the last time when he ran away, his health was like sitting right below the N. But on that trail fight, we brought him down to S. So again, Game Grumps, if you're watching this, any damage that you do to Jason on the trail does show up in the cabins. So yes, you actually can kill him on the trail. I have done it several times. And here we go. Hup, hup. Hup, hup. Hup. I apologize if I don't talk too much during this section, during fights in the cabin, because, especially on the later days, it takes some concentration. Alright, so we're gonna play Chrissy again, and I'm still trying to get a machete for her. Shouldn't take too much longer now. And you have to fast forward again. Alright, we got a machete for her now, so now she's a little better armed. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go around to all the other counselors and we're going to at least try to get them knives. At the very least. You see, now you can see the difference between someone like George and someone like... Oh, god damn it. Really? Twice in a row? What kind of nonsense does that make? Oh, God. I just want a knife. That's all I want. Alright, on second thought, we're not going to let George have a knife. Paul, you try to get a knife. Maybe you can get one. I don't know. This is probably the... Oh, hey. Alright, so he's gonna have to get... I was about to say, this is probably the most boring part of the game, is when you're trying to get weapons for the other counselors, and you have to sit here for a little while and just kind of run around. Mark! Why are you in here? How many times do I have to tell you, son of a bitch? You stay by the cabin. By the lake, I mean. That's what I mean to say. Lake. I can talk. I'm just slightly panicked, because I know Jason's getting low on health. I may very well end up fighting him to the end here. Yeah, I think we're going to be fighting Jason to the end here. Because the thing about this game is when Jason's health falls to a certain point, he won't run away no matter how many times you hit him. You have to fight him to the death. So, because I've got the torch, I may very well lower his health to the point where I am going to have to fight him to the end. Yeah, we're in this to the end here, folks. Day one's almost over. Ah, almost had it. Yeah, that's it. And there we have it. We've beaten day one. Watch out, Jason's still alive and stronger than before. That's true, because starting on day 2, he'll occasionally go turbo, and he'll start zooming around the frickin' place. And every time he goes into turbo mode, he will always double tap. So now he's going to get a lot harder. But that's not the thing I'm worried about. The thing I'm worried about is on this day... Well, first I got to get Mark back to the frickin' lake, because he just wants to... He loves not to stay near the lake. Get in there and stay there. Alright, so who's being attacked? That would be Debbie. Alright, you guys watch this and you'll see what I'm talking about. You're going to see him go turbo. Oh, and there he is. He's right in turbo. Yeah. And like I said, he'll always double attack. Now, whenever he's in turbo mode... Ow. I didn't dodge. There's really only one time you can properly attack him, and that's when he, like, goes back away from you into the background. Like that. So... See, like right now he's going between his regular speed and turbo speed, so it's really not that bad. It really only becomes problematic on day 3 when he's always in turbo mode, and even then, not so much, because when he's in turbo mode, he falls into a pattern, and once you recognize that pattern, it's very easy to keep track of his movements. But now we're going to switch back to Chrissy, and we are going to go to the cave. The Cave of Wonders. Copyright Disney. Did they hold the copyright for that? I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna go to the cave and we're gonna fight the secret boss. And the reason we're doing that is you can fight the secret boss once per day in this game. I don't bother on the first day because on the first day she just gives you a slightly better weapon. It's really not worth the time. But on day 2 she gives you a very important item that we're gonna need to make our time fighting Jason easier. Now, who is this special secret boss? Ah, it's Jason's mother's dead head, which is apparently flying and it has Medusa snake hair. I don't get it either, just roll with it. Okay, so, for those of you who are curious about this madness, that was a reference to Friday the 13th Part 2, which was the first movie in which Jason actually became the killer. In the first movie, Jason's mom was the killer, Pamela Voorhees, and at the end of it, she had her head cut off by the final girl. So in the second movie, the final girl in that film stumbles across a shrine that Jason has made to his dead mother's head, and this room is apparently supposed to be it. The item you see here that I'm just grabbed is the sweater. And the sweater, again, is also a reference to Friday the 13th Part 2, where the final girl took Pamela Voorhees' sweater that was at the shrine and that she wore in the first movie and wears it to confuse Jason and kind of keep him from trying to hurt her. And it does the same thing here in the game. Now that we've got this worn, whenever we come across Jason in, like, a cabin, he will only do half damage to us. So it helps to alleviate... It helps to alleviate how much damage is done. Alright, George. Another thing about the sweater is that whichever counselor is wearing it, Jason won't attack them on the trails unless, like, I don't know, you fight him in a cabin and then you immediately step outside and he hasn't had a chance to leave yet. Yeah, but otherwise, he will leave you alone on the trails because he thinks you're his mom. And Jason loves his mama. He's a big old mama's boy at heart. That's right, Hugh. Alright, so same thing as before. I gotta try to get everybody armed and get... Because I don't want everybody to have just rocks. I want to at least give everybody a knife. At the very least. Ah, you son of a bitch. Ah, you son of a bitch. Alright. I should have just ran there. This is how slow Debbie is she can literally keep pace, or zombies can keep pace with her. Alright, so Debbie's got a knife now. I think Laura doesn't have one, so we're gonna switch to her. Same story as before. Okay, Laura can run fast, she just can't jump for shit. Yeah, you have to do this every time for every counselor. They all have to at least get a lighter. And then... Do I already have a lighter? Oh, there we go. Yeah, they have to at least get a lighter before items will start appearing on the trails when you just randomly jump around. It's weird, but whatever. So now I gotta find a knife. And I'm not seeing any. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, run, you bitch. You just run away. Just go. Damn. Alright. Still not seeing a knife. Oh, he's going after the kids. Alright, Mark. Why do you keep leaving that cabin? I tell you, and I tell you, and I tell you, stay by the lake. But you don't listen because you're an asshole. You think you're better than everyone else because you're a jock and you're a letterman and you've done all this and that. And that was Jason that just tried to ram me in his fart-powered swimming. I don't know. I don't know how he could move so fast. Hup, 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 yeah. Hup, and hup, 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 hup. Yeah, that's right. You run. You run. I got you. I got your number. Now, I should mention that I am being kind of dangerous with him not having any medicine on him, so I guess I do need to change that. Alright, now I'm gonna jump around with Mark, and hopefully I'll spot some medicine, or I'll make some appear. Or Mark or Jason will attack me. That's fine. Whatever. Watch, I'm gonna switch to another counselor, and I'll try to attack Mark again. Alright, Laura still needs the knife. She needs a knife! She needs a knife! Ah, there we go. Of course. I don't know who he's going after, but we're gonna stop it. Hey, Chrissy! He's going after Paul! He really is trying to kill Paul. He's really trying to follow that trope. Yeah, usually whenever he goes to double tap you like that on a day that's not out too, it usually means he's gonna come straight back for you and do it again. Up, turbo mode. Hup, 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 hup. Ow! I forgot to dodge. Ah. Okay. All right, I gotta be careful because I don't, like I said, I don't want to lose any counselors, so I'm gonna have to be careful here. I don't know if anybody else did this, but I always kind of gave these counselors, like, their different positions if they were in a slasher movie. So I already said Chrissy and Mark are, like, the final girl and her boyfriend that's a jock. George is the fat practical joker that nobody really likes, kind of like Shelly from Friday the 13th Part 3, who incidentally also gave Jason his hockey mask. Paul is, of course, the token black guy, and then Debbie's the slut. And I don't use that term lightly. I'm only using it to refer to, you know, horror movie tropes. Specifically how there's always that one girl who just tries to get, you know, laid all the time, and usually dies because she's the one having premarital sex. Why in the hell isn't a knife appearing? I'm getting a little flustered now. I'm being chased. Okay, Jason's going after the kids, so I gotta switch to him. I gotta switch to Mark. Stop chasing me! I have no money for you! Okay. Mark? Why? What is it with you and that cabin? Oh my god, is your weed in there? Is that the problem? Are you just trying to get high? You're not the stoner in this story. I don't know who the stoner is, but it's not you. Stop trying to be the stoner. Oh, fuck you, Jason. And fuck you, Bird. Oh god. Okay. Hup. 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 This may be a final fight here. Hup. 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 Oh yeah, this is it. We're going to the end for this one. Hup. 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 Yeah! So that's day 2 in the bag. Alright. You still haven't defeated Jason, and he's even stronger. Yeah, so now on day 3, that turbo mode you saw him do occasionally, now he's in turbo mode the whole time. He will constantly be in turbo mode. So, yeah, we're gonna have to look out for that one. And especially, we're gonna have to be really careful, because sometimes I, for some reason, just don't dodge like I should, and I end up getting a lot of health taken away from me. So I've really got to be careful on today. But another thing we got to do today, I'll have to leave mark there. The other thing we got to do today is we need to take Chrissy back to the cave. And the reason we got to take her back to the cave is so that she can get the strongest weapon in the game from Mrs. Voorhees, the pitchfork. Yes, a pitchfork. And those are the woods. We don't want to go in there. Stay away from the woods in a Friday the 13th game. They will lead to your death. So yeah, the only time you really need to fight Pamela Voorhees is on day 2 to get the sweater, and on day 3 to get the pitchfork. Pitchfork is the strongest weapon in the game. It does one whole thing of damage against Jason every time it hits, and it clears the entire screen of enemies when you use it on the trails. So hopefully we can get it without too much trouble. Ah, you stupid. Gah. Medusa! You foul beast! Yeah! Alright, so now that we got the pitchfork and the sweater, we're gonna hunt Jason now. We're gonna turn the tables on him, and we're gonna hunt that son of a bitch down. I ain't afraid of Jason. Fuck you. Now it's just a question of where is he gonna appear, and is he gonna appear close enough that I can get Chrissy to him? This time, no. No, we're not gonna risk the health this time. So, Paul, you're gonna have to go. Who is this? George. He's going after George. Alright, so watch how fast Jason is this time. Oh god, I'm so sorry, George. You might actually die this time. You only got rocks still. Ah! See, that's what I mean. Sometimes, for some reason, the dodge button won't work. It's okay. Okay. Yeah, I apologize in advance. I'm gonna get real quiet on these fights, especially if I'm playing as anyone other than Chrissy, because it's rather nerve-wracking. So I apologize if I get real quiet while fighting Jason. I'm not trying to not say anything. Ooh, that's a knife. We don't want to pick that up. I want to stay clear of that. Jason's afraid now because I've got the pitchfork and I got the sweater, and I'm coming after him. I'm coming for him. Oh, yeah, see? He's going after the kids. What'd I tell you? If I can help it. Come on. You ain't harming them kids. Not on my watch. I may not row as fast as Mark, but I will get there. Hey, oh, you son of a bitch. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome, you faceless children of the corn. Okay. Where are you? Alright, here we go. Ah, I have to get hit. Okay. Did you see how much damage it really only did to me? It wasn't a whole lot. So we're good. Like I said, benefit of getting the sweater. Got an idea of where Jason is. Let's see if we can find him. Yeah. Let's see if we can just track Jason down. We don't want to do that. Oh, yeah, there you are. There you are. There you are, bitch. There you are. Come on. No. Don't you run. Don't you run. You come back here. We ain't done yet. Come here. Stay away from the woods. Oh, he's going after kids. Okay. Alright. Alright. I see how this is. This is it, motherfucker. Your time has come. The day of reckoning has arrived. I don't know why I'm getting all preacher on here, but you know what? It's fine. Come on. Oh, fuck you, bird. Fuck you. Ah, fuck. Oh yeah, this is it, kids. This is the final battle. I know this because we're not gonna run away. This is it. We're playing to the end. This is for keeps, motherfucker. Come on. Huh, 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 huh. Yeah. Huh, 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 huh. Yeah. Huh, huh. Here. Ha, huh. Ah. Yeah. One more time. Come on. Hup, 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 hup. Yeah. Hup, 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 hup. Ah. Hup, 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 hup. Come on. One more time. And whoop. Fuck yeah. We did it. You finally managed to defeat Jason. But is he really dead? We're not telling. He's dead. He's dead. In this continuity in the game, he's dead. He ain't coming back. Movies, different story. But here, dead. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have done it, or I've done it, however you want to look at it. We've finally beaten Friday the 13th for the original Nintendo Entertainment System. It was a chore, but in the end, we succeeded. God, such good memories from this game. Even if it did scare me, and even if it was a pain in the ass, still worth it. So, as I said, we're going to get out of this menu. So, as I said, ladies and gentlemen, they are currently doing a Kickstarter campaign to fund a brand new Friday the 13th game for modern consoles, for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. As I mentioned, they need $700,000 to get funded. Last I checked, they were sitting at like 595,000. So they're close, but they only have like a week left. The campaign ends November 13th, which is a Friday, of course. So we really need to get the money up there, because I would love to see Jason make a comeback on video game systems with modern graphics, and of course this is going to be a multiplayer game, so everyone can have a chance to be Jason Voorhees and run around and kill people. Some additional information: it does include the big four of the franchise. It's got Sean S. Cunningham involved, Tom Savini is involved, Kane Hodder is going to be involved in all this and bringing Jason to life, and of course Harry Manfredini is going to be involved. So this is definitely going to be a labor of love. Link for the campaign is going to be in the description below. Please check it out. If you're a big fan of Friday the 13th like me, please throw some money in it, because I would love to see the game get made. And if it does get made, I will do another Let's Play of this. Even if I don't necessarily do Let's Plays that often, I will do another Let's Play of the new Friday the 13th game if it gets funded and when it comes out. So go check it out. Click the link in the description below. And thanks for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe if you liked what you saw. Otherwise, like the video. You know what to do. Thanks for being a part of this. I will see you all later. Bye!